Hey boys and girls, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, and we're going to have another lesson on multiplying decimals. I just want to review a couple things with you guys. When you are submitting your work, make sure you're numbering all your problems. Make sure your pictures are nice and clear so I can see them. Also, after you submit it, check back later on and you will see I'll grade it for you and I'll have comments. And anybody who's not happy with a low grade, you can resubmit your work to improve your grade. So today we're going to do a lesson on multiplying decimals, just like we've been working on, but now the decimals are going to be in different spots and different place values. So I'm going to show you guys on this grid. Okay, so we are multiplying decimals. The first example I'm going to do is 0.86 times 3.4. I'm going to quickly multiply them. You guys already know how to do this. Everything is exactly the same. The lines go between the numbers, corner to corner, corner to corner. So the new thing we are doing now is we are moving the decimal. So you did everything like you've always been taught. Here's a decimal here, here's a decimal here. And what's going to happen is this one can only go down like we learned last time. This one can only go to the left. They're going to bump heads right here and fall down the slide. Okay, so again, this one can only go straight down. This one can only run this way. They're going to bump heads right here and go down the slide. So my final answer would be 2.924. All right, here's another example. So before we did 0.86 times 3.4. Now I'm doing 3.4 times 0.86. I know it's going to be the same answer, but I just want to show you what it will look like with the decimal points. So if you have a problem where the decimal point's here for 0.86 and the decimal point's there, remember, this one can only run to the left. Once they bump heads, you know they fall down the slide and they land right there. So we'll do it one more time. So you know this one can only go to the left. Once they bump heads, they go down the slide, and it lands right there, which gives me the same answer as before, 2.924. Okay, so there's two examples where the decimal points would be. Let me show you a third example. Let's say our decimal point, it's 0.72 and 0.37. You have a problem like this. Like I said before, this one can only run to the left. Once they bump heads, they fall down and they land there. There's not really a slide for this one. They just kind of fall off the grid. So this one runs to the left. They bump heads right here. It falls off the slide and it lands right there. So for this one, my answer is going to be 0.2664. So there are three examples, 1, 2, and 3 of where your decimals might be. I have a 30. Now I have a new example. This is the U.S. traditional method, which you guys know very well. For anybody that wants to use this method, I set it up for you. Everything's the same. Nothing changes except the ending. Really, it's really the same as before. I'm moving the decimal 1, 2. Okay, that's 2. I'm moving it here once. So that's a total of 3. So you guys know the decimal starts there in the answer. I'm going to move it 3 times now. 1, 2, 3. And it lands there. So my final answer is 2.924. Okay, so anybody using lattice method, I gave you 3 examples where the decimals could be and how they would move. Okay, there's your third example. And U.S. traditional, nothing really changes. You're just moving it to the right how many times, and then you're adding it in there. Now, you guys have to remember, for all these problems, I need you doing estimates. I'm always going to have you do estimates. So let me show you something really quick on estimates that might be helpful for your homework, for your work today. Okay, so I want you guys to count with me if you can follow along. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. What comes after 0.9? I know some of you guys want to say 0.10, but it's actually going to be 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3.0. Now, remember, everything here at the top is less than 1. Okay, and that's going to help you a lot with today's decimals that we're going to be multiplying. So what I want you to do is I want to go back to the first one and I want to look at how I'm going to estimate the first one. So the first one here, we have 0.86. That I'm going to round to. I want you to focus on the 0.8. That I'm going to round to. Here's 0.8. Okay, let's think about it. Okay, so this is what these are going to round to. You know, 0 to 4, you stay on the floor. 5 to 9, you have to climb. So 0.1 to 0.4, that's all going to round to 0. 0.5 to 0.9, you guys know that's going to round to 1 whole. That's going to round up to a whole. Okay, the other ones are going to round down to 0. 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, all the way to 1.4. You guys know that's going to stay at 1. 1.5 to 1.9, you know that's going to round up to 2. 2.0 to 2.4, you know that's going to stay at a 2. 2.5 to 2.9, you know that's going to go up to a 3. Same as this one. Okay, but really, this area is what we're going to be focusing on, which is going to help. Okay, so as I go back to that problem that I was looking at before, 0.86, that is going to be 0.8, which is right there, which is going to round to 1. 0.8 rounds up to 1 whole. Okay, so I have, this is going to round up to 1. Then I have 3.4, which you guys learned last week. You already know. That's going to round to 3. So yes, this is going to be 1 times 3 equals 3. That's my estimate. Make sure you're writing both the numbers and the answer. Okay, so 0.86 times 3.4 is going to round to 1 times 3 equals 3. Let's do this example. Now I'm dealing with 0.72. Remember, focus on that 0.7. So 0.7 is right here. Use this chart to help you today when you're rounding. 0.7, you guys know, is going to go and round to 1 whole. Okay, because it's 5 to 9, right? So 0.7 is going to round to 1 whole. 0.72. The next one was 0.37. So I'm going to focus on that 0.3. And that 0.3 is right here, which we know is 0 to 4 section. So that's going to round to 0. Okay. So this looks silly, but yes, it's going to be 1 times 0 equals 0. That's my estimate. That's the only estimate that I would accept. I wrote both numbers and the answer. 1 times 0 equals 0 is the estimate for this one. Okay, so now I have all my examples done for estimating. Please use this chart to help you. 0, 1. Okay, this section's going to help you. All right, boys and girls, that is the lesson on multiplying decimals today. We're going to continue that tomorrow as well, and we're going to have decimal points in a different spot. Use that chart that I used at the end for your estimating. Make sure your pictures are clear. All your problems are numbered. You upload and attach the photo and all the problems, and you mark as done. Also, make sure you complete Mrs. Mizako's work as well. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I miss you guys, as always. And please keep communicating with me, and I will help you guys with whatever you need. Okay? I miss you guys. Bye.